Nor, as I said before, have I ever been to that location. And I demand that you release me from a crime that I did not commit. Which is also true, technically. Because he's referring to a specific crime, not all the crimes he was listed doing.
He kind of sighs as you say that, and he says, "Do you realize that your demands mean nothing outside of your city?"
They should. You live close to the city of Titan. Its citizens and its population move about in and out, both trade and guards. You should want a good relationship with that city, with our city, with my city.
Haven didn't have a good relationship.
Well, they should not have done fuckery with fucking demons, and they would still be alive. How about that? If I find a fucking demon worshipping totem here, I'm calling that shit in.
What do you know of the cult of Prometheus?
I'm here to eradicate it. It is my mission. And you are currently keeping me from it. Losing valuable time sitting in a cell instead of hunting them. Bringing them to justice. Are you affiliated with them? Is this what this is?
He watches you for a moment and he says, "How many others do you travel with?"
I do not trust you to... We know that people are informing to the cult of Prometheus, and I do not trust you to not be one of those informers. And considering your actions so far, well, scoreboard doesn't favor you.
Have you ever killed an innocent?
I need to think about that one, actually.
I'm waiting for someone in the group to mumble something about women and children.
Yeah. Roach never actually did kill any of them. He didn't
Alexa,
stop anyone them
Office
from
on.
getting killed, though. That's different.
They were kobolds.
Yeah. Still, though. And he wouldn't know they were innocent either. In the line of duty, sometimes collateral damage is an unfortunate but eventual thing. I cannot, however, say that no innocent has ever died by my hand. And I hope that I can live out my career as a paladin of the Iron Soul with that being true.
Just looking something up, sorry.
Power kill. What's the DC?
What do you know of recent events to the east?
I'm sorry, say. What?
What do you know of recent events to the east?
I cannot or will not divulge any information regarding any potential operations conducted from or by the people of Titan to an outstanding member of other organizations or what's it called? Arms of justice. Can I tell if he's reading my mind or something?
You would likely get some kind of a save if that was the case.
That's true.
He kind of sighs and he says, very well. What do you know of recent events which are not your Order's mission?
I know that travelers going to the southern road from here are dying, and they're being abducted by this cult. I intend to stop them. That is my mission.
So you're answering his question about things that are not your mission by telling him what your mission is.
Yes.
I told you the man is quite incompetent.
Well, you've
Voice
left.
comes. I know, just be fucking with him. Come on, come on.
He like leans in from the door like, I knew that was coming.
I told you.
What do you know of the group of armored terrorists who have recently been spotted in the tavern?
Out of character? Do I know
The
of any
Rangers.
terrorists? Oh, okay. I cannot disclose any information in any ongoing investigation done by the Iron Soul of Titan. By the Order of the Iron Soul of Titan.
Have you met or interacted with these armored men?
I think I think he says like under his breath, like, well, shot at me a few times. And then he says, I cannot divulge any information about any ongoing investigation that may or may not be done by the City of Titan, where it's the Order of the Iron Soul or the Titan God. Or the Ray. So.
He kind of nods and he says, very well. I believe I know all that I need to. He turns and walks out.
He just looks around. Aiden, anytime now. And yeah.
All right. From there, McGee, were you hanging around outside, or were you headed back to the tavern?
I was gonna head back to the tavern and then come back in like an hour.
Okay. You head to the tavern. Before you actually turn around to come back, you see one of the guards entering the tavern.
Hmm.
And he looks around, and he actually sees you and Aodin. I'm assuming you're also down there, Aodin?
Yes.
Throw a pitch of ale on the ground, like scatter. Just run for it.
No, I'm pretty confident in my ability to talk at least my own life.
Kill them, but spare me.
He walks over to the two of you and hands you each a scroll, kind of does a half bow, and turns and departs.
All right,
I'll
I'll
nod to him.
guess I'll read it.
Yeah.
You open it up and read it. They are both basically the same. It appears to be a letter stating that due to your recent interest in and connection to the prisoner of the town guard, you are being invited in for additional questioning.
I knew I should never have gotten involved with this situation.
He looks to McGee and says, I'll look around real quick. Is Keegan around?
I'm going to say, just because I don't know how he would react, he's not around this morning.
Okay. He says, this is way outside what we asked your help for. So I can't just say I'll keep promising gold, because that might just be... Who knows at this point? But
It's a
I
little
could use
late
your
now,
help here,
isn't it?
Yeah, I could use your help, McGee. And
Well, unfortunately for me, and fortunately for you, I seem to be dragged into it regardless of the situation. So, if I were to flee now, I would have once again another town with my name on the wanted list, and we try to keep this to a minimum nowadays.
I'll try to keep that in mind for the future and follow your lead on this one.
It's best you don't ask questions of which things you don't wish to know.
Yeah. Puts away the letter and says, "Okay, so shall we?"
Yes, and remember, don't say too much. You have a propensity to, shall we say, offend every person you talk with.
Oh, it's not my fault humans are so easily offended.
Yes, you see, right there, that's a perfect example of the unfortunate situation.
Okay. I'll try to work on it. Damn emotional humans. Yeah, he'll accompany back. He'll follow McGee.
Okay. You head back. As you each arrive, a guard shows you in and goes to lead each of you to a separate room.
Remember, don't say too much.
He just nods and continues.
It was all him. I didn't do nothing. I don't want to go to jail.
I don't think the elf's smart enough to come up with. Well, he's smart enough. I don't think he's crafty enough to come up with that dynamic. He's got a low charisma. He'll be like, "Fuck you! I ain't if this says you humans are all the same." And it's just like, yep.
They have like a
Insane.
checkbox, like racist check, elf check, pointy ears check, bad attitude checks. Yep, it's an elf.
It's an elf.
Here,
We've decided.
Yep.
Let's get him the fuck out of here. Deport him. Back to the forest.
Yeah, we sentence you to to be friends with a dwarf. It will give you a heart in about 2 to 3 movies.
So the two of you head into the separate rooms.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
What am I gonna cause a further commotion and just implicate my own guilt? No, I don't think so.
All right.
It was me. I'm the butcher.
Aodin is 1, and McGee is 2. Okay, they go to McGee first. The judge, who you spoke with previously, walks into the room, and you see him put down a kind of strange, almost looks like a crystal of some kind, on the table.
I don't have any Arcana knowledge, so I have no idea what it is.
And he stands there a moment and he says, "Could you please confirm to me that... Can you please confirm your previous statement that you have been traveling with the individual currently in custody as the Butcher of Barnhaven for at least the most recent months?"
Yes, well, I would say roughly a month's time, give or take. We've came from by way of Titan on our way here.
Very well. I would at this time then like to inform you that after questioning the individual, it has been determined that due to your connection and your admitted knowledge of this individual, at this time you will be detained pending further investigation as well.
I see. And what were the charges brought against me, shall we say?
Conspiracy and butchery.
Conspiracy and butchery. Interesting.
Inside your script. Ah!
Well, there's no wit doing
Um,
anything, so...
At which point, 2 guards step in behind him, and he does ask you to place any weapons, equipment, or items of a magical nature into, and basically he does provide like a lockbox type container, which one of the guards places onto the table.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'd have to... Let's see. Equipment, that would be... Don't have any weapons, I don't believe. Oh, yeah, I do. I have a weapon. My bad.
You're
What kind
like,
of D&D
I have
character
nothing to...
has no weapons.
I have
And I'm like,
nothing
wait a
to-
minute. No, that's not true.
I have nothing to declare but my wits.
No, I've got some magical gears, a few things. The armor, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, we start off with name. Lil didn't know. That was the hardest question out of all of them.
Oh, did you already ask? Or no, I guess. So I say my name?
No, he hasn't asked you any of that.
Yeah, he hasn't asked me anything, right? Yeah.
No, he's just asked you to put everything into the box.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do? They're watching me. I'm not going to say no. So, yes, I do.
Okay. So you strip the armor off. Basically, you've got your clothing underneath the armor, weapons, equipment, etc. goes into the box, which he closes and locks. One of the guards basically then comes forward, and he kind of looks at you and he says, do you feel the need to be cuffed, or will you follow us peaceably to a cell to await further arraignment?
Certainly. No needs for questioning at the moment. Interesting. Curious.
Not at this time, no.
But considering that I'm surrounded, so I'm not gonna what we're gonna do, fight all of them? Unlikely. So yeah, I'll just go with them.
Okay. At which point they do lead you down through a hallway and deeper into the precinct and into a cell. You do actually see Roachus in another cell, but you are placed fairly far apart. Probably 3 cells between you. This is also the time that you realize that, having been in a lot of prisons, this seems a very large prison for a place this size.
Curious.
You also notice when you start looking at it that something doesn't feel right about it.
Do I see him from a distance?
You do see McGee being led in without his armor on, just wearing his clothing. And you kind of, for a moment, think maybe, they're bringing him in to speak with you. And then he's led right past you and into a cell further down the way.
Roach kind of does that. Oily. No, that's right. I got it oiled. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's still
Although
rusty.
it is still very heavy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're then in the cell. They then depart back out. A few moments pass, Aodin. You're left in the room on your own. You're basically told to wait there for the judge. About 10 minutes passes with you being sat in this room on your own. Do you do anything during that time?
I'll activate Royal Vision and look around.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are in a magical zone, so you're used to things having a bit of kind of a background glow. But you start realizing that this place looks like it's got some kind of runes woven into the walls of the building.
Where, in relation to this room?
Well, I mean, your royal vision doesn't extend through the walls. These are thick stone walls.
Okay.
But you actually do see that it almost seems to be perhaps protection or reinforcement or there seem to be a series of runes woven into the actual walls.
Alright.
And then you're still looking around with your royal vision when suddenly things just go blank.
I deactivate it.
You deactivate it to find that the old man, the judge, is walking into the room carrying a strange kind of runed crystal. Give me an Arcana check.
I assume it's an anti-magic field.
Well, yeah.
That was not... It was a 25.
Okay, yeah, that's still more than enough. Yeah, it's definitely a anti-magic item.
Aiden just sits there with his arms crossed.
He places it on the table and he looks down at you and he says, Can I confirm at this time that you are one of the traveling companions of the man currently held in custody, referred to as the Butcher of Barnhaven?
Why would you like that confirmation?
To confirm what is believed. The reason for most confirmations. Do you deny this statement?
I've never said this statement. So I fail to see where you've gotten it from.
A number of eyewitness accounts place you with the individual before the events of last night, coupled with your interaction with our guard captain on the night and your subsequent interactions at this location.
Companion's such a harsh word, you know? He's not really a friend. A useful tool.
Do you deny that you have currently been traveling with the individual?
No. As you know, it's much easier to travel in parties, much safer along the roads. You've heard about those disappearances, have you? Nasty bit of business.
Do you attest then that you have no connection to this individual other than a shared journey?
He smiles and says, I think we're all on a shared journey, my friend. This is Olyndar, after all.
That does not answer the question. Beyond this, do you have any other connection to the individual?
I know his name. Is that beneficial to your investigation?
He kind of looks frustrated with you. And he shakes his head and he says, you seem to be willfully dodging the questions which we ask.
Well, again, I ask, have you heard about the recent disappearances near this town?
Can you answer the questions which you have been asked?
I can.
And will you? Hold on a second, guys. Yes, love?
No.
On top of the heater in our room, in that bag.
I wasn't aware that I would drag everyone into a legal interrogation process by going to a brothel.
Alexa?
Well, no, neither did I. I wish I didn't recommend it.
Oh, you recommended it? Good.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, why don't you take him over?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of shares a little bit of blame for this situation.
Oh yeah. Whether or not all of us will be suffering another question to be determined.
Like you're already like filing on your escape, like on the bars, like.
So I'm like, another Sunday, most disconcerting.
Yeah, especially since whenever you put that stuff in the bag, it would have contained 5 money pouches.
Oh no!
And I wasn't,
Good point.
but I remember I asked the charges against me. They weren't brought up as thievery.
Well, no, they weren't at the time. That will be something that will be added on when they look through your stuff.
Oh, I mean, that could be anyone's.
Right, it could be anyone's.
Unless
I,
it's the... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I look at him and say, I can answer your questions. Will I? Am I being detained?
That depends on the answers to the questions.
That's not how this works.
If you do not answer the questions, you will be detained for further questioning at a future time. If you answer the questions unsatisfactorily, you will be detained for questions at a further time. If you answer the questions to our satisfaction, you will be released. Now, I
What
ask
did you
once
actually...
more, are you an affiliated traveler, traveling companion, or otherwise connected with the individual currently held and referred to as the Butcher of Barnhaven?
Yes.
Very well. Then we will require you to be detained pending further questions. I would ask you that you place any weapons or items of a magical nature in the container which will be provided to you, and then follow me to a cell to await additional questioning later in the day.
I'm okay giving up my weapons.
At which point one of the guards does bring in a chest.
He is taking out some things, and he says, I have no problem giving up quite a few earthly possessions, but there is one possession which I will not give up. Is that understood?
What do you refer to?
A family heirloom of unspeakable value.
The item will need to be checked if you are to keep it. If it is deemed innocuous, then you will be allowed to keep it.
Innocuous?
Mm-hmm.
Like, out of character, what does that mean?
Not harmful.
Oh, okay, not harmful.
Basically, if it's harmless, if it's not like a means to attack or a means to escape or whatever else, then they'll let you
Dude, it's
keep
just
it.
a sphere of annihilation. It's fine. Just...
I can tell you now, it's an artifact which was handcrafted for me, which will open something, a door, if you will. But again, I no intention to use it, as it has no earthly equivalency of value. Whatever you can imagine is worthless in comparison, because it is my family heirloom, and it will not be taken from me. But you can look at it if you want.
Jesus. He kind of looks at you and he says, you say that it opens a door.
Well, more accurately, a gateway. It would need to be outside for it to work, so if it makes you feel better, put me in a room with no window.
Place the other items into the chest. You may keep this heirloom.
I just hold up my hand and show to him that it's a ring. And he gladly places everything. It's the Band of Elowen, yeah.
Yeah. And do you basically put everything else into the...
Yeah, I look at him quite intently and I say, thank you. It's obvious that I believe I can trust you.
And he just nods.
And it'll continue along without resistance.
Okay. He does say to one of the guards as you're going through, we will need to place him in cell 11. And you are then led back. Roach, you then see Eowyn coming down the hallway with the judge and with 2 guards.
Be strong, Aiden. They only want to talk. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing, talking.
Well, hopefully it's just part of an investigation, and he's leading past him.
Yeah. At which point you see him led into a cell further down the way. And you are placed into a cell and locked in. The cell actually does still have a window in it. All of them do. It's a fairly small, eye-slit window with bars. But it is a window.
Go ahead and try to act. I'm very quickly assuming that there's an anti-magic field in here.
You have a look with your royal vision, and it does seem to be correct. Yeah, there is an anti-magic field.
Fair enough. He'll sit down and just try and wait patiently.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally twisting the band on his finger.
Yeah. And on that note, guys, I think we are actually going to end this week's session a little bit early. Because I don't want to move into the next part until Doc's back with us. As, you know, the only person who is not locked up at the moment.
See, guys, out of character, this is why you don't follow the law. In character, guys, the system is working. We are being processed.
The system works.
Yes, and we will be out in 2 to 3 months. This is great.
I don't know.
with something on a record.
Yes.
I'm not sure if all of us will get it. I mean, we'll see, but I've already formulated a defense of my character, but I'm done defending anyone else at this point.
My defense is very easy. I will simply just tell the truth, no matter what.
And as always worked in history. Always.
Always.
I'm going to be like, how could I have been taken part of the butchery when there were no other eyewitnesses for anyone else there? And all these other things.
Maybe you shouldn't do something like that because maybe. Okay, that's metagaming.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, go ahead.
History check.
Yeah.
Determine what I know about the situation.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just do the thing. No, people saw the armor, but they didn't see me, so that doesn't really determine an eyewitness account of me being present for the butchery. So, for example,
I can't wait to see how Doc responds to that.
Well, it wasn't. If I recall, it was conspiracy to commit butchery, right?
No, it was conspiracy and butchery.
Oh.
Yeah. And technically, if I were to conspire to do butchery, that would be true because I intend to butcher some cultists. So, on that charge, I am guilty.
Also,
I'll just say real quick though, it was really funny that you were like, I'm not here to. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about my mission. Now here's my mission.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm not here to kill anyone, but I'm gonna kill every cultist I find.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, and I didn't say
eradicate the cult.
Yeah, but I didn't. But I never got the question: are you gonna kill anyone?
Eradication could very easily imply that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was to the cult, and I didn't say I will not tell you what my mission is. I just didn't say anything. It was a power move to make him break the silence. That's all it was.
He wasn't forcing me to suck his dick. I just sucked it willing.
Oh, dear. Oh dear. Yeah, next week could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Good
But
session,
out of
guys.
character, these guys are very powerful when it comes to magical items.
Yes. And it seems very out of place for this small town.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Very bizarre.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, almost like something strange is going on in the town.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Good session, guys.
Good game, guys.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Real quick
Oh,
question. This town had a constable, right?
Yes.
Last time, yeah.
What was his name?
You never actually spoke to him.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
guess he's-
Mm-mm. None of you ran into him. You knew
Okay.
you heard him mentioned. I believe someone actually recommended that if you were looking for information, you could go speak to the constable, but no one ever actually got that far.
Oh.
You went and spoke to the Tenzin went and spoke to the mayor instead, and then you guys ended up heading out.
All right. Well,
Alrighty.
You only stopped through very briefly before.
Yeah.
You talked to the mayor, you talked to the innkeep, you talked to one citizen in the road, and then you headed out east. On your way to butcher the kobolds and goblins.
Yep. Alrighty.
All right.
Catch you guys next week then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Catch you guys Thursday.
Yep. See what time? Oh, what time on
Huh?
Thursday?
I'll set it on Roll20, so it should adjust, but we're playing at relatively normal time. It shouldn't be any.
Right.
Any-
It's just that my normal time for now is an hour different than yours until things.
Hang on. Did I leave preemptively?
I was just
No.
asking Seeger about the timing for the Thursday game.
Oh.
No, get out. We don't want you here. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're
no,
welcome.
I'll set it on Roll20, so it should adjust automatically.
Cool.
Cool. Sounds good.
I mean, in fact, Doc asked me to do that earlier.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, guys. I'll catch you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Later on. Have a good one.
See you.